Oh my god, I can't believe I'm doing this. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is the first ever YouTube channel I ever did, and this is my first video. I promise I will get better, but please don't judge me too harsh today. In this video, I just wanted to say why I wanted to start the YouTube channel, what led me to this path, what led me here, and why in general I started learning about investments, about money management, about personal finances. And I think it all started a couple of years ago. Yeah, I think it was when the lockdown just started, and obviously we all had a lot of time, and I just, for the first time in my life, which I'm actually a little bit ashamed of, I read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad. I heard about this book a lot before, but I was thinking, nah, it's for some smart people, for some old people, and obviously I had a lot of these beliefs in my mind that investments are for the people with capital, who can invest like £10,000, £20,000, like I don't know, £100,000, and I'm like, it's not for me at that moment. But I think after I read that book, I started to realize a little bit. It didn't lead me to investing straight away. It just started some chain in my brain of like thinking what's happening with my life. And I was always a believer of like, you only live once. So, and I think at that time it was fine because I was young and I always knew that I can earn money. I didn't really worry about my future. I knew that I can spend the money now and then earn again, earn more if I need. So I wasn't really planning for the future. However, I think I started thinking, and then I read a little bit more about it. And then I also read one book which is called The 20th Decade, the best decade. Basically, the book which says that now the generation that is currently in their 20s, we are always postponing our life till later. We are trying to have fun now, but we don't really think about the future. And I just realized that it's not that helpful for you in general. So I started thinking about my future and what I'm gonna do when I'm gonna be 50. And I realized that I don't want to work when I'm 50 just with the purpose of earning money. I still want to work, but I want to work doing something that I love and not worrying about the money. And obviously, how I can achieve that is by investing. And it was so weird that I'm personally like not now, but I was studying finance before. I did my undergrad on economics and my master's in financial management. But I had no idea about personal finances, about investing on a smaller scale, on the bigger scale too. But like, I was a person who, you tell me investment and I'm like, well, there are stocks, shares, government obligations, and it was just like weird words in my mind. There was no connection or there was no understanding of how to do it. So I started researching. I took a couple of courses and I just read a lot of books, and I started investing a little amount of money, like every month, just to see and learn how it works, and just to understand the structure of it and to understand how the system works. And just because, as I said, my background is finance, I think I wasn't sure for a couple of years what I want to do in general in my life. But once I started learning more about investments, I realized that I really love this area, and I was always really good with numbers. And I don't know, everyone was telling me like, Kate, you should work in finances. And I was like, finances, it's boring, it's always working with numbers. No, I'll find something else. And I think it's okay for like a year or two to try to search for what you really want to do. And I think around a year ago, I actually came to my senses and I realized like, Kate, you love numbers, finances is what you do really well, you understand it, you like it, you have like really logical type of mind, so why not doing it? So a year ago I also decided to devote my career to it. Currently I'm still working in marketing, but I want to switch to investment banking. This is why a year ago I registered for the CFA exam. CFA is like the top financial and investment exam and qualification that you can take. It's not just one exam, there are 3 exams, and then the proof of work. And I just started learning more and more. Obviously, while preparing for CFA, I consumed so much information about how the corporations are structured, what is behind the investment, and all the proper heavy stuff. But I also learned a lot about personal finances, about investments in general. And I realized that I was getting little bits and pieces from everywhere, but there was not a single place where I could just come and understand how it works. And I realized it is so difficult, and especially because it's a topic of money, you don't trust like an article in Google because you never know who wrote it, and you don't want to spend your money and lose it just clicking on some link or whatever. So I wanted to share this knowledge which I got. I'm not saying that like I'm a proper expert with 10 years of experience, no, but I did this beginning path and I can see that it's working, and I really want to share my way with you, share what I do, how I'm preparing for my career in finance, as well as how I'm managing my personal finances, and just to make you believe that finances are not that scary, investments are not that scary and not that difficult, and it's not like a Ponzi scheme where you can lose all your money. Obviously you can lose money if you, I don't know, go for extra returns and you want to earn 200% a day, and then you'll find some weird link which you'll click, and then if you invest your money there, then you'll lose everything. However, if you talk about the general proper investment, you can see that it is real. So many people in the world are investing. However, even more people in the world don't even know how to invest. And I just wanted to give you a little bit of knowledge on this topic and show you how to do it. I'm gonna be sharing on this channel the basics about investments, the basics about personal finances, money management, budgeting, and all that. As well as I will share my way to CFA. And yes, as a note, I failed my first CFA exam this November. However, I got that close to the passing range. So, and only 27% of people pass that exam in general. So I can't say that I'm ashamed. It was painful, but I believe that sometimes you need to fail to achieve even more. So I registered already for the May exam, and now I'm preparing for that, and I will take it end of May. Hopefully this time I will pass, and all this way will be on this channel. I obviously will learn on the go. I'm not sure how YouTube works in general and how to post in here. I have created an Instagram page for the purposes of sharing my findings there, as well as a little bit more about myself. So I'll leave the link below if you feel like it. If you want to check me on Instagram, please do it. I used Instagram for quite a lot on my personal page, and I am a little bit more comfortable over there because it's just, I think, the thing that I'm used to. However, I always believe that you should push your boundaries. This is why now I'm doing this video. And yeah, woohoo, I can't believe I'm actually doing that. I'm talking to my phone, oh my god. Luckily there is some music playing.